Goji berries next. The goji berry is the first superfood I was ever exposed to. I believe it's the energy of the goji berry that got me into superfoods. This little red berry from China and Mongolia has been revered literally for thousands of years, and I've had the opportunity to go out to the Gobi Desert, to the back of the Himalayas, and see where they grow wild, actually eat wild goji berries off bushes. It's pretty amazing.
So they have a different taste?
They actually taste better dried.
I can imagine, because
Yeah.
I've never eaten this.
Because I expected them to feel like juicy, but they're a bit like a red pepper where they're hollow inside.
Oh.
So they're not full of juice. So when they dry out, you actually get a flavor concentration. Yeah, sorry if that's like a letdown for people who may on a mission or wherever to eat fresh gojis, but just grow your own. I mean, you can take gojis from our bag and put them in your garden and grow your own goji berries. You probably won't get fruit though, because they need a strong frost to fruit properly. Okay, so in Chinese, well, their Latin binomial is, what is the goji berry again? I've gone blank on the goji berry's name. What is it again? Lycium chinense, or Lycium barbarum. Took me a second. So Lycium barbarum or chinense. Lyceum means school of learning. So in Chinese medicine, they consider the goji berry a way to increase your learning of other plants. And I found that quite interesting, as it's the first one that I consumed, getting into superfoods and into nutrition. So why do we want to eat goji berries? For a number of reasons. Proteins, they contain high levels of proteins, 18 amino acids, including all 8 essential amino acids. They have a wide range of minerals, because they grow in ancient mineral-rich soils. They contain omega-3s in the seed, which is quite impressive for a fruit. It's quite rare. Antioxidants, that's probably why you've heard goji berries are good. Antioxidants. They are one of the top, probably 5 foods known for antioxidant benefits. This is a list of antioxidants here, going from things like carrots to beetroots to raspberries to gojis, all the way out here. So they are radically higher than any other food in antioxidants. What do antioxidants do? They basically just prevent us from aging prematurely. So they literally are longevity nutrients. And goji berries have been known in Chinese medicine as a longevity food. And the reason they're known as a longevity food is because they contain the antioxidants, but secondly, they contain precursors to allow your body to produce more HGH. That's human growth hormone. So those two combined is, I think, where all the traditional stories of long-lived people come from who consume goji berries.
Can you take it from a young age?
Absolutely.
2-year-old?
Completely safe as one of the first foods. Yeah. One of the other reasons I love gojis, and I learned this when I actually went to China and saw how they use it, is that it's a great digestive aid. They eat it with other food. They rarely eat it by itself. Apparently it helps your body release more hydrochloric acid so that you can break the food down and digest it better. For this reason, if you do eat gojis by themselves on an empty stomach, it can also make your stomach a little over-excited or overworked, and you can get acid reflux. So be aware of that when eating goji berries. I want to mention this now, and I could mention it for all the superfoods, but be very aware that a non-organic superfood, in my book, is not a superfood at all. And with goji, it's especially true because it's grown in China. They still do use DDT on fields and other pesticides that are banned. We didn't sell gojis for 1.5 years because I couldn't get an independently analyzed certified organic goji berry. People would sell me, or wanted to sell me, organic goji berries with some dodgy Chinese certifications, but when I independently tested it, it always came back with pesticide residues. And locally I've tested 2 other brands of gojis, and both brands, one was apparently certified organic, one wasn't. The non-organic one came up with over 10, and the supposed certified organic one came up with over 6. And both of them shared a pesticide which is now banned in Europe and America. So I'm like, if you're going to eat it, make sure you're eating the right stuff. Otherwise, you're really just putting your health at risk again. And as soon as something becomes popular, there are always going to be people who want to jump on the bandwagon just making a buck. I sell superfoods because, for me, I've felt the benefit and I've seen how they can affect change in people. But my key is to make sure that their quality is absolutely amazing. That's the key. That's why I've been to a lot of these places to see where they grow, how they harvest it, who's doing the job, independently tested it. So be aware of that. When I say it's organic, it really is organic. I think that's about it on the goji. How do you use it? You can snack on it like what's in our trail mix, which I'll talk about later, with other things, nuts and seeds. You can blend it up in smoothies. You can sprinkle it over any food you're eating. If you make a soup, add goji berries. If you make a salad, add goji berries. If you make breakfast cereal, add goji berries. If you make tea, add goji berries. The goji berry releases a very subtle sweetness which takes away the hard edges of tea, the bitter notes. It's a very good tea secret actually, so try that one out. So it's very versatile. It's probably one of the most versatile superfoods that you can use. Okay, so moving right along, the next one. Oh wait, first that is a Korean photograph of a goji berry. Korean photography is a photography developed in Russia during the Cold War. It basically uses an electrically charged plate to show an energy radiance coming off of living things. It's kind of like an electromagnetic field, which we normally can't see with our eyes, but that this device allows us to see. If something has no DNA, it has no light, it won't show up any radiance in a Korean photograph, it'll just be black. Because they've now found that DNA is what releases this light. The constant spiraling of DNA is pulling light into this world and fixing it. It's quite an amazing study, and you can look into it if you want to. But goji berries, this is a very high level of light being released. As a comparison, this is a avo. The picture of the avo has been superimposed just to show you the avo. But you can see avo, I love avo. I eat it every day just about. But it doesn't give you the same vibe as a goji berry. That's the little dried goji berry over here. This picture comes out of David Wolf's book, Eating for Beauty, or Superfoods, where he has a lot of Korean photographs. I highly recommend the book. The book also has a lot of the scientific and nutritional research in it. If you want to dig up more info, go further in the topic.